Hi, it's Tony again here from Estate Planning Solutions with another video. This week we're going to have a look at an interesting case where a judge challenged his mother's will. In my book that I released in 2013, I did write a chapter on being careful when leaving money to charity because the stats were something ridiculous. Like in 2008 we had 46 cases went to court where families said no, we want the money instead of it going to charity, and out of those 46, something like 33 of the charities received a reduced benefit, and 3 or 4 got nothing at all. So this week we're going to have a look at a case that happened 2015, and it was a high-profile judge decided to challenge his mother's wishes, and they were that she left $17 million to a university for pet research, to the veterinary division of the university, and he decided he'd like to put his hands on that. But what's real interesting about this case is that this man is a senior judge. There's 2 points here. Obviously, if he's challenging his mother's will and she's the mother of a judge, it proves again that her will wasn't done properly. Again, incompetence. Trusted him, but it's obviously would have some input, I'm assuming. But even if he didn't, she's the judge's mother. Now, in his affidavit that he gave to the court, he actually certified that he was worth in excess of $8 million in assets, which is quite substantial today. But not only that his income when he retires as a judge is going to be something in the order of $10,000 a fortnight, a judiciary pension. So what a joke. I mean, this guy decides that because his mum's leaving a substantial amount of money to a worthy cause, he decides he needs more. I mean, where's this all going? This is ridiculous. So the point being that, again, wills not being done properly, charities being challenged. Now, let's talk about that. A charity doesn't want to be seen on the front page of the paper, so they don't actually put up much of a fight if they're challenged, because if they hit the papers that, headlines, charity challenges family over estate, for example. Now, perception being reality is we're taught the majority of the public are going to think, oh, what a greedy charity fighting over an estate. But the people wanted the money to go there, but a fight can take place because family wants to put their hands on the money and override the wishes of the deceased, and the charities aren't going to actually defend too much because at the end of the day it was a bit of goodwill, and they're not going to be wanting to pursue such a matter. So you got to be really careful, and the purpose of these videos is to help people start to get an understanding of how deep and how rotten this system is that's been designed over many years now, hundreds of years, how deep and horrible it is. So for example, here's a little article here. This is where the Red Cross are asking people to donate to charity. And they're not the only ones. There's the Salvation Army, there's many, there's cancer, there's lots and lots of wonderful charities. And people, of course, in their wisdom think, well, okay, I've helped my kids, I'm going to leave them a bit of money, everyone's been set up nice, this is what I want to do. I want to leave some money to Cancer Society or to autism or to Red Cross or Salvation Army, and they do that in their will, and then once the will is read, family put their hand up saying, no way, look, that's a fantastic charity, but we want it, and they fight it, and they say the charity gives in reasonably quickly because again it's a token and they don't want to be seen to be doing the wrong thing, even though they're not. So I actually went and approached a large well-known group in Australia who seek people's money in their will. If there's some spare, they say, would you mind giving to our group? And a lot of people do. And I went and talked to them about this particular problem, about what happened in 2008, what's happening now with families disputing money left to charities. Now, they're in an interesting political situation because what they said to me was, oh, Tony, we don't want to disturb what's going on, because the majority of the wills are not being challenged, so that's fine. And a lot of the lawyers are doing it for free if it's going to this to any charity, because what they do is they get to keep the will work later when somebody passes away. But they don't. But the charities don't want to disturb the fact that this is being done in most cases for free by a lawyer, so that the money is given to them, which is fair enough in one way. But the other way it's not fair is that if somebody decides they want to do it, that they've got families that are wanting to override the deceased's wishes. So that's the point of today's video, is just highlight some interesting stuff. The judge's situation where he challenged his mother's will, that's just grossly disgusting. The guy's worth $8 million and going to $10,000 a fortnight, and he wants more. Well, that to me shouldn't be allowed to occur. And again, to reinforce, his mother's will wasn't done properly. So this is where we at Estate Planning Solutions guide people to make sure that their will is done properly, and that should there be the opportunity for a challenge, it'll be snuffed out, it'll be dismissed, it's challenge proof. And there's not many other people in the country that can actually provide that. Next video, we're going to have a little deeper at what's happening in financial planning firms and underneath there, and also some of the big financial institutions and how they're looking at your wealth and what they're doing and what they're not doing in this area.